From the 6th of the 2nd month of 1441. Be thou entirely upright. Even in slaughter, keep the animals from undue fright. In my auto-sacrificial motivations, the birds will visit me day and night. A female cult leader may lead the masses how she desires to direct them to light. An independent force will be our love without blight. Be content and extra, and do not burden down for a fight. Gather abundantly. Work like the time may almost be done, and keep the display of yourself tight. Old ways are carried on by the 8 of coins. The Knight of Staves goes off to meet the feisty salamanders. Is the enemy of the 5 of Swords gone, or did no adversary make an appearance? It may seem too artificial for the Papists to personify a cult, but even science is not always what we expect. Whether or not feelings, thoughts, and emotions bring a tumult. We can try to achieve things all on our own, but this 12, the Hanged Man, accepts help in his trials and achieves more than enough worthwhile results. Why should we borrow or lend like a 4 of Swords instead of waiting in order to prevent the disputes of tomorrow? And I am here with Saturnal Mage, R, Lzwvmmh, Lzwvmmh. So what are your initial thoughts on what I have shared here today?
Will you elaborate on the part where you said keep things tight?
Well, I think I have that was dealing with one of the coins, right? Not over expressing yourself either way, or not being careful of your use of things, to give it a more broader way of looking.
We are up against.
And I mean, but doesn't, oh, I'm gonna leave that open. Oh, but you know, rising herself above, giving herself wings and all that stuff, doesn't that remind you of someone else that we've talked about before?
Wings?
You know how we did that program, that person with the card, she draws herself with so-called angel wings, and
are you talking about the unicorn?
Yeah, unicorn. Unicron. Okay, I messed that one up. You got to point it just right to give it a John Wayne Gacy sort of feel. Because you know that guy points his makeup, and whether he was John Wayne Gacy.
Where in my face should I do it?
Like with he would angle the makeup around the eyes and the mouth in sort of a sinister looking way, and they don't know whether he did that on purpose, whether like he was or what the deal was.
I want a new name. I want it to be like something Gacy. Saturnal Mage Gacy. I have a
Uh,
lot of
a
gold
homosexual.
glitter.
Well, John Wayne Gacy homosexually raped and killed men, but
Oh,
on the
gross.
dozens.
Okay. Well, anyway, I have lots of gold glitter, but you can't see it. And I mean tons of it. I have tons of it on.
The
So that's
darkness is showing the car. Oh, you can kind of predict the effects of this thing as you go on. But yeah, sitting there before a flock and all that, before the flock and all that, and they're all looking up and hanging on the word. But it's like God's right there. It's like, well, I mean, you're really not predicting God, but you see the hand, not really quite in the. Well, actually, what's that Nine Inch Nail song? And God Himself reaches His hand through to hold you down.
Mhm, mhm.
Just
That
to hold you
reminds me
down.
of like the album art for I think Year Zero.
Sip through a little reminder. Now you're one of us, the wretched, the wretched.
Yeah.
The hopes and well, but anyways, it's a different context. But sometimes it's like the divine literally. Oh, I'm trying to show the thing and it's zooming out. But sometimes the divine's literally interceding to say yay or nay or help out or whatnot. But nowadays, the algorithms are programming to do that. Is that if they don't want somebody, it depends no matter what they're going to say. The Eight of Coins is, no matter what people think, they're going to try to arrange things because they don't quite fit the thing. On Facebook, I had like 20, 30,000 people at a time for like months. And I guess I didn't mesh with the advertising. I was telling people how to have experiences without drugs. I was conflicting with news story with what the impression that the news was trying to give people. And I mean, I wasn't going all left-wing conspiracy theory or something, but I was, pointing out the facts about religions and stuff like this. So
I'm just gonna use all the makeup products that I don't like anymore to create this horrible masterpiece and then throw them away.
So the Eight of Coins here is the Prudence card. So it's the Prudence card. Like sometimes it's depicted with flowers, and this is the more common way of some guy he's putting up his past accomplishments. He's continuing to work on his, controlled use of his wealth or expression. Because it's not coins is not just wealth; it's the material side of things. And I'm reminded the story of Balaam and the donkey. The donkey sees, but Balaam doesn't see. And that's how the Bible story goes, is that Balaam, the donkey's like, no, I need to, the donkey stops. And it's like he's beating the donkey. And then the angel finally, it's like, the donkey's like, why are you beating me, damn it? Or, well, really, damn it. I mean, not swearing, but literally, because like God was condemning him. Because he was like playing games. He didn't perform the rituals, but he was entertaining the people who were opposing his people. It's like, oh no, I'll go with you and hear what you have to say. You don't go off and be tempted. Like if you're not going to do something, just stay away from the temptation to do it. Don't go off and say, well, I'll hang out at the party, but no cocaine for me. You guys all do it, but none for me. Well, I wouldn't say you could. The question with this guy here, you see that? See, he's standing here with like 4 swords in his hand. There's like, 3 swords in his hand, and there's like 2 off to the side. So is he trying to make deals to trade swords, or is he hiding around the corner for some person to rob again and take their sword?
It's all perception.
Yeah, that's the thing about people don't get that with tarot cards, is that tarot cards, they're not you're telling yourself stuff. You're looking at other people's reactions. It's not that you shuffled the deck of cards and you can tell people's future. It's that they're themes to think about. And come on. Yeah, I see your tilted head expression thing. Is it zooming or are you leaning? I'm not sure with this thing. Okay, so here's the Pappas here. I think we kind of talked about the Pappas. Oh, and there's stairs for two reasons. Now, I think it's you've seen how people in their sermons and church leaders and stuff give themselves big old stands and everybody's facing them and all this stuff. So you got to watch out for spiritual leaders that are like, I'm not down here with the people doing my ceremonies and rituals. I'm up on the stand. I'm so everybody knows instantly who's leading, who's in charge. So I always question instantly what type of person wants to be on wants to not just stand and lean on a pulpit and read from something or something, but who wants to okay. And so the Hanged Man is, for some people, the card that they relate most to the Jesus story, but this guy's worried. This guy's worried. There's a bunch of birds about and stuff, but sometimes the Hanged Man's figuring out stuff, because either the Hanged Man like becomes like this divinized character because of hanging on the tree, or he becomes enlightened or a prophet or something like that because he's hanging on the tree. But this guy's holding on to what he needs. Maybe he shouldn't be holding on, but if the birds are flocking around, maybe he's supposed to be holding on. So he's going through what he needs to go through along those lines. And Mr. Four of Swords here, we've got, I think the people are fighting over the animals. Because see, there's two sheep there. You see the two sheep? But there's like four people. So I think it kind of looks like they're fighting over the sheep. But you there? Oh, you're trying to sneak over somehow. So you see their sheep, and
yes.
So if they were wiser, I think one
sheep.
sheep. Yes, sheep are delicious.
Yes.
I'm half not sure sometimes. But I think this is it with this portion. So unless Lzwvmmh has anything further to say about what we've discussed here, I guess we'll break this program. So is there anything further?
No.